Hi guys, it's Maddie of the Girly Geek and welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a little plan with me for this cute little pastel spread. I don't know how to describe the colours. I would probably, first thing comes to mind is like mermaid colours. I don't know why, but that's what we're going with today. So I asked you guys on Instagram the other day what you would want me to talk about in these plan with me videos, because I do feel like they're getting a bit repetitive and I don't think you actually need me to talk through all the decisions about the stickers I'm putting onto my page, because let's be honest, I just call everything cute and that's about it. It's not that deep, it's not that enjoyable, and I honestly wasn't feeling very motivated to post these at all, but people do want to see plan with me's. So when I asked on Instagram the other day what I should talk about in the voiceovers for these, people mostly said just be you, talk about, you know, what you're studying, what you're reading, the usual things, because yeah, that's what I'm about. I just study and read, honestly. That's about the depth of my interests. I'm joking, but yes, those two things are a big part of my life, so I think this is just going to be a bit of a rambly, like brain dump session every time I do a plan with me, if that's alright with you. I know a lot of people like plan with me's that are in real time, and instead of voiceovers it's, you know, the talking over the footage, but that just is not really an option for me because one, my spreads take me on average like a minimum of an hour to do. I don't know why. It takes me so long to flick through the sticker books and pull out all the things that I think will work together, and then it takes me forever to put them down and figure out where I like them. So it just would be a lot of footage, and I don't think anyone would sit through all of that, to be honest. And honestly, when I'm planning, I'm really concentrated, so I wouldn't really be speaking all that much, and even if I was, I would probably ramble about the stupidest things. So I mean, I just don't trust myself with that, and I don't think it would be fun for anyone. I think you guys would be like, what is she on about? And then I would be like, oh my god, I can't believe I said that. So, you know, let's just avoid that if possible. So basically, I used stickers for this spread mainly from the Watercolor Girls sticker book, as well as the new Womankind one, and a couple of colourful boxes and colourful shapes ones as well. The ones in the kind of sidebar area are from the wellness sticker book, I believe. So I was kind of sticking to this theme of the light teal, like kind of light lavender, and then that peachy pink as well. So I also did add pops of gold, as you can see here, and then at this point I was thinking about putting flowers in, which is kind of frustrating to me because I've realized that I have used flowers from the flowers sticker book in every single spread I have done this year. Every single one. Every single one has flowers, and I told myself this week that I wouldn't do flowers, but it was just, you know, it was looking alright, but the flowers really elevated it and I love it so much more now, but I'm frustrated with myself for not being able to stay away from them, which is going to be devastating because I only got this book like a month ago and I've already used it in every single spread, so I may need a new one. I also wish I could get the detailed florals one that some people have had, but I believe that's only for people in the United States who can get that bloom box or whatever it's called, so I'm frustrated about that. But yes, I did end up adding a bit of florals to spruce up this spread because it just looks so much more filled in. I don't know how I ever did spreads without flowers. Like, what was I thinking? Like, there's just too much empty space and I don't like everything looking so geometric, like so rectangular. So I really like that I have the balance here of circles and flowers as well. You probably also saw that at one point I pulled out those two washi tapes, the kind of light teal and the peachy pink one, because they matched the spread perfectly and I thought about using them, but I'm still very intimidated by washi tapes. I don't know why. I don't know if I've mentioned it on my channel before, but I think I talked about it in a recent Instagram caption. I talked about how washi tape is one of the things that I never really got into when everyone else did, because everyone was obsessed. I know people who have drawers and drawers full of washi tape, but I always found that the patterns on washis were like too loud and too busy looking for my personal taste. So I only really bought washis recently, and I bought like plain pastel colored ones, like just plain, because that's kind of more my style and it doesn't overwhelm me, because the ones with patterns, and I do have a few with patterns that I've acquired over the years through like freebies and stuff like that, they just strike me as really hard to match with spreads. So I think sticking with basic colors is where my strengths lie. I think I need to push myself to do like some kind of washi tape challenge or something. You know how people do planner challenges, like only using pen for a whole spread? Maybe I should do that with like washi tape. I mean, obviously I'd still need to use pen to write in like my day-to-day life, but maybe instead of stickers one time I should forego that and try washi. Who knows? I really need to push myself to try and experiment with that more, because, you know, what's the worst that could happen? One bad spread out of what, 52 for the whole year? I think we'll be fine. I'll survive. But let me know if that's something you want to see, or if you have a better idea of how I can challenge myself to use washi more, then I would really appreciate that. So now I'm just going in and writing in some of the things I already know I need to do for next week. So it's my second week back at university, so a lot of my tutorials and workshops will be beginning. Even though we started this week, it was just basically seminars and lectures, so I just had to rock up and listen to, you know, the first week introduction to the unit, here's all the assessment tasks, blah 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 blah, that kind of stuff, not the actual, you know, content that I want to get into. Also, the first week of workshops and tutorials also means the dreaded moment of probably having to do some kind of icebreaker, you know, where they ask you to stand up, say your degree, and then say an interesting fact about yourself. Oh, those are the bane of my existence. The bane of my existence, honestly. I reuse the same one basically every time, but now that I'm getting into my final few classes, I'm with the same people in a lot of my classes, so they've probably already heard it. So I'm gonna have to come up with another fun fact about myself. The one I usually go for is that I can sing the alphabet backwards, which is pretty weird when you think about it, but like, is it really that weird? I mean, there's songs out there on YouTube about how to do it, and that's how I learnt it. So yeah, that's been my go-to, but I think I'm gonna have to come up with something else. Who knows? I'll have to make it up. But I actually hope that there's no icebreakers this semester, because sometimes you get away with only like one class having it, but we'll see. It depends on the tutors and how engaged they think we have to be. Like, I mean, if you really want us to be engaged, like, give us actual work to do that's relevant, you know? Or not. I don't know. Some people would think differently about that to me. So anyway, I basically just wrote in that tutorials and workshops are beginning, and I need to do my reading and pre-work for the week. I have classes on Tuesday and Thursday, so at least there's days in between those deadlines that I can squeeze stuff in. I also plan on reading one novel, which I plan to do most weeks. I usually read for a month, so like one a week. And then I also wanted to film and edit a new video. I'm thinking about possibly doing a kind of week in my life vlog, but I don't know if that would be interesting. So I like just stay home a lot. I only go to class, and that's about it. I go to like class and like the chiropractor, and that's how exciting my life is. I don't really go anywhere else, like ever. So I basically just stay home and do uni work. But if that's something you would like to see, then let me know, because I'll do it. I'm down. We'll try something new. If it fails, then it fails, but you know, I'll try something once. So yes, I wrote down that I want to make a new video, and I also wrote down all the classes that I have scheduled for the week. And then I also wrote that I have to watch a film for my intro to cinema class. The first one's not too bad. It's The Bling Ring, which I've already seen, but obviously I need to do it with a more critical lens this time around. So I'll be doing that. And this is my spread so far. It's just got the bare bones, the things I know for sure are happening next week. but I'm pretty thrilled with how it turned out. It's so cute. I love the colors, and I don't know why. I just describe it as like a floral mermaid theme. Does that make any sense? Do these colors scream mermaid to anyone else, or am I just like delusional? I don't know. Who cares? But yes, that's the finished spread, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to. Thank you for listening to my rambling, and I'll hopefully see you guys next week with another video. Maybe a week in my life, if that's what you want. Let me know. Okay, bye!